Welcome to your leg day workout today, guys. Let's get right into our warm-up. We're going to start with a knee hug to a long lunge. So we're going to pull one knee into the chest, nice big squeeze, find your balance, and then a big step back and lowering down to that long lunge position. Continue on with that same side for a few more reps here. If you need to
keep going, I'm turning the volume up.
Oh, sorry. If you need to tap your foot down in the middle to help keep that balance, then you may, but the goal is to build your stability and not touch the foot. Let's do one more after this one, and then we'll switch legs. Awesome. There's no rush though. Find that balance. Core is nice and tight. Pelvic floor is lifted. Beautiful. Then we will switch to the other side. Nice big hug, pulling that knee in, getting a stretch through the glute, maybe the low back there, and then that nice long lunge to lengthen everything out. Nice. Looking good, finding your own pace, your own tempo. If you're moving a little slower to build your balance, that's great. Awesome. What do you say? 2 more to even it out here, Heather?
Yes, please.
Okay, beautiful. One more after this one. Nice work. And then we're going to go into our side lunges after this. Legs are nice and wide, toes pointed forward. We're going to reach our hips back and behind us. Point your tailbone back. Reach your hips like there's a chair behind your foot. We're going to alternate sides here, sinking down as low as you can with your weight through the heel, and your opposite leg is going to be nice and long, strong, and straight. So we are only bending through that standing leg. If you want to go nice and deep into some Cossacks here, that's wonderful. If you're a little bit higher up, that's okay too. This is your warm-up. You know what you need, what your body's capable of. So staying within that range, but making sure that we're getting some blood flow and a little bit of challenge in those muscles. Let's do one more on the other side to even it out. And then we'll go into our hands down, hips down squats. This is one of my favorites. We're going to start with a forward fold, hands to the ground. Then we drop the hips and stay into our heels as low as we can here. Arms come up nice and strong and straight, and then drive through the heels to stand. Hinge at the hips, nice stretch through the hamstrings. Hips come down, keep the heels to the floor, arms up. Drive through the heels, squeeze those glutes to stand. Let's do about 3 more here, moving at your own pace. Awesome. Looks good. Taking your time with each of these motions, stretching out where you need to, and taking the time to warm up, ready for a leg day workout. Beautiful. When we are done this one, we're going to go into our down dog. So hands are going to come to the floor. We're going to walk them out just a couple feet, or the hands can come, or feet can come back. So hips up in the air, chest to the thighs. Awesome. Pedal those heels down. From here, we're going to go knee to chin into a 3-legged dog. So shifting forward, bring your knee as close to your chin, hollow out through the back as we shift to our down dog. That same leg comes up, reaches over, up and over. So we're going to get a nice stretch in through the abs and the hip flexors here. Let's do 3 more on this side. At your own pace, maybe you get 2, maybe you get 4 done at home, but taking the time to really warm up, to go through this full range, get everything moving. Awesome, nice job. Last one on this side, and then we will switch. Beauty. 4 on this side as well. Really pulling that knee forward, getting a nice stretch in through the back as we hollow out, and then into that front hip. Nice Looking good.
Feeling good.
Yeah, beauty. When we are done with this, we're going to flip over and go into some reverse plank pikes. So however you want to get into this, we're going to turn so our chest faces the sky. You can go from your hands or from your fists. And then we're going to squeeze the glutes, drive the heels up to the sky, and pull the shoulders back together, lifting through the chest. From here, you can lower the hips down to the floor and drive up, just going through that kind of tabletop position. Or you can pull all the way through that pike. The hips come back between the hands. You round out the back and then come forward and up. So taking up as much space, as much range as you can through this motion, pressing the hands to the floor, giving your body space to come between the hands. Nice work. Let's do 2 more here. Beautiful. Last one. And then we're going to come up into standing any way that's comfortable for you. And we will go into our combat squats. So from our standing position, our leg is going to be lifted behind us. We are going to lower down on one leg, aiming to get our knee in line with our toes as we come down to the floor in that full one-legged squat. From here, the goal is to try not to push up with that back leg, just using the standing leg to come up, giving you lots of nice deep range of motion. Now this is the definite full range, more difficult version. A little bit easier version is we're gonna have that kickstand, or sorry, that leg back as a kickstand and only going as low as you can comfortably get out of. Awesome, let's do a few on the other side, even it up. Awesome. Core is nice and tight, chest is lifted. You can go laces down here. Try not to push up as we come to a stand. Love it. Nice. Then we're going to go into a couple RDLs when we are done with this one. Warming up through those hamstrings. We are going to lift one leg, hinge at the hips, and go into a single leg deadlift. Awesome. So hinging at the hips into that dipping bird. Beauty. Our RDLs last time, didn't we do that like one-legged squat thing, or was that called something else?
So the Romanian deadlift is just going to be our double leg stiff-legged deadlift. I don't know why I decided to change the name of it.
Sure.
Easier to RDL.
Yeah. All right. That's fine. Awesome. Warming up through those hamstrings with these lovely dipping birds. Heel comes up to the sky. We are nice and elongated out through the spine. Back is flat. And our heel drives to the sky as we control the torso to the floor. Awesome. Even it out, and then we are done. Let's get into our workout. Legs, 45 seconds of each exercise, 3 rounds for each triset. Our first set of exercises, you will need something to put your heels up on, so some textbooks or some small weights for our heels up front squat. You'll need a step up, preferably something high if you have the room for it, and then we'll be down to the floor for our windshield wipers. So heels up squat, heels are going to be up lifted behind you. If you want some weights, they will be on your shoulders or in front of the chest. From here, core is tight, chest is lifted, and we sink the hips down towards the heels. Reaching slightly back, knees stay in line with the toes pointed forward, and we are working through those glutes and quads. We do have a tempo today. It's 4 seconds down, 2 seconds up. No rest at the bottom, no rest at the top. Then we go into our front step up, a high step if you have one. Foot up, core nice and tight, we are going to drive through that front side leg to come to standing. So that back leg isn't going to be a push off point. It's just gonna dangle there as we pull through the front leg. Then we lower down to the floor for our windshield wipers. On your back, arms out to the side for support, legs are up. We're going to lower the legs from left to right, coming through center line. If your legs are straight, it's going to be more difficult. If you have some bend in the knees, it will take off a little bit of that difficulty. Ease it up. Okay, heels up, front squat. Heels up, weights in hand are optional. 45 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, and let's do it. 4 seconds down, squeezing through those glutes, feeling the quads as they lengthen, and then 2 seconds up. I was going to say it's quick, but it's really not that quick.
Oh, it's not.
4 seconds down, 2 up. Finding that tempo and building your control through each of these exercises is going to strengthen your full range of motion. If we go too quick, sometimes we're dropping into our squats and not actually using the muscles. We have 5 more seconds to go here. 3, 2, 1, and let's go into that step up. If you want to hold on to your weights, you can. And go. We're going to be alternating legs here. If you wanted to do 2 rounds, one on the left, one on the right, and alternate for the last round, that's fine too. Alternating with in between each one will give your legs a little bit more rest. Beauty. Nice work. 2 seconds up, 4 second release, building our control. Love it. We have 10 seconds left here. Time for about 1 and a bit more step ups. 3, 2, 1. Windshield wipers to the floor. Beauty. And in 3, 2, here we go. Core is nice and strong. Shoulders stay glued to the floor. Arms are out for support. The legs are going to windshield wipe from side to side with control. So we want to be lowering the legs down, squeezing through the core to bring them back up. Bent leg version is going to take that long leverage away, make it a little lighter. Building through here with each rep, more and more ab strength. 10 more seconds to go.
This is probably my weakest movement that I have.
Really?
Yeah.
2, 1, and done. All right, from the top, heels up, front squat. Isn't that interesting? And here we go, round number 2. Weights on the shoulders. Don't forget your tempo, guys. 4 seconds down, 2 seconds up. Get into it right away. The time's going to pass anyway. There's no need to rush. We may as well get as much as we can out of this 45 seconds. Awesome, wonderful, beautiful. I love it. Building that strength 1 rep at a time. 15 seconds left to go. Time for just a few more squats. 3, 2, 1, and done. All right, beauty. Into our step ups. 3, 2, and here we go. Beautiful. Core is tight, chest is lifted. We want to be nice and long and strong, elongated out through the waist. We don't want to be bent over our leg as we're coming up into that stand. Press through the heel of that top leg to lift the body up. 4 second release, lowering down, building on your strength through full range. They might drop at the bottom, that's okay. That tends to be most people's weakest points, is kind of that last few inches down to the floor, especially if you're on a high step. 3, 2, 1, we're into our windshield wipers.
I wish I could go a high step or I would be decapitated.
Yeah. 2, 1, and here we go. Windshield wipers. Nice strong core, lift and lower. Control that descent, control your left. Love it. Building strength, building control through the body is a lot of what working out is. Learning our muscles, strengthening the movements. All just great. 15 seconds to go here. Awesome work. Your hips will lift as you roll side to side, but try and keep those shoulders down. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, and one last round. Heels up, front squat. In 3, 2, 1. Last round, best round. Core tight, chest up, slow down, and 2 seconds up. Last time for this exercise, so even though those quads should be burning by now, we're going to power through with our determination, thinking of all the strength we are building by pushing through this little bit of burn for just a little bit of time. 15 seconds to go. Love it. Last 10 seconds, time for just 1 or 2 more reps. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, and done. Into our step ups. 3, 2, and here we go. Nice. 2-second lift. Head gets pulled to the ceiling. 4-second. Nice controlled release. Feeling our muscles contract, lengthen, making it that brain to body connection is going to get more out of your workout for you. If you're just going through the moves and you're not thinking about it, there is potential for a better workout. Stay with it. Nice. We got 6 more seconds. That's one last rep here. 3, 2, 1, and windshield wipers. All right, down to the floor. Awesome job, guys. 3, 2, and here we go. Last 45 seconds for round number 3. We're almost done. Our first triset. Beautiful. Nice control. Shoulders are down. Core is tight. Belly button is sucked in. We're moving with purpose from side to side. Beautiful job. Just over halfway. Just a couple more reps to go here. Nice work. Less than 10 seconds, guys. Let's do one more on each side. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. All right. Our first triset done. Into our second. So our RDLs, if you have some nice big weights or a barbell at home, you could be getting those out. Our walking lunges, if you have space for them, we're going to be walking. If you don't, they'll be step back lunges. And then we're going to need your skipping rope, jump rope, or we'll just do some hops. All right, you ready?
I am ready.
Beautiful. Okay. So our Russian deadlifts. You said stiff-legged, right?
Yep.
Okay, awesome.
They're actually Romanian, not Russian.
Romanian, not Russian. All right. So if you have your barbell at home, it is going to be close to your legs. Feet are going to be about hip width apart, maybe slightly wider. We have a slight bend through the knees, a flat back. Okay, most important thing, flatten out the spine. From here, keeping the weight close to the legs, we are going to lift and push the hips forward. As we lower down, that little softness in through the knees, weights are going to scrape against our shins and hips poke back behind us. So that is the first movement, hips poke back. Last movement as they pull forward. Then we go into our walking lunges. So if you're going to go weights, they can go at the shoulders or at the sides. We're going to go big step forward, dropping into our lunge position as Heather figures out which direction she wants to go.
We're going to do step back lunges.
Great, awesome. So if you have the space, you will be walking, keeping the core nice and tight, making sure you're pulling up through the heel of that front foot. If you're doing your step back lunges, same thing. We're going to reach back, keep the chest up, pull through the front side heel to come back to a stand. Then we go into our jump rope if you have one. If you don't, we can do a single leg hop, double leg hop, side to side, whatever's gonna work for you. Okay.
I was just going to throw out there, if they don't have heavy weights working through that single leg stiff-legged deadlift.
Right, yes, sorry, I forgot to mention that. Let's start with that one and then we'll put you back on the barbell.
Okay, beautiful.
Awesome, so we can show them. Beautiful. All right, guys, so let's get started. 45 seconds on the clock. Your alternative to that double leg Romanian is your single. Here we go. With one foot planted to the floor, softness through the knees. We're going to hinge through the hips, keeping the hands close to the leg. You don't need to have weights here to get a good workout or to get a good burn on with this exercise. We're going to be alternating legs each one. Core is tight. We are nice and elongated out through the waist. Back is flat. So it does not matter if you reach the floor with your hands. The most important thing is that your back is flat. We have 10 seconds to go here. Awesome work. We're going for that nice slow tempo for 3, 2, 1, and walking lunges or step back lunges. 3, 2, and here we go. Nice strong step back, knees and toes pointed forward. Core tight, chest is lifted. Slowly lower down. 2 seconds to come back up. Same thing for your walking lunges. It's going to be a big step forward, slowly lower, and then pull through that front side heel to come back to a stand. We are halfway through. Awesome job. Slow tempo, building our strength through full range. Keep the chest lifted. 8 more seconds here. That's time for about 1 more. In 3, 2, 1. Weights down. We go into our skipping. 3, 2, 1, and let's do it. All right, so options here, that double leg hop or single leg hop. Maybe your feet are together, you're hopping from side to side. Maybe you're going through more of a low, fast feet with some arm swings. The goal here to get the heart rate up. So whatever you are doing to get some nice fresh blood flow through the legs and get the heart rate pumping. We have 20 seconds left to keep on doing it. Nice work. And there's switching feet every few hops. Maybe you want to go into some nice high hops, getting height out of that. Maybe you're going for speed, making it your own. 2, 1, and done. Awesome. All right, from the top into our Romanian deadlifts in 3, 2, 1. Let's begin. Weight is in through the heels. We have a slight bend through the knees. And other than that, the legs are going to remain fairly straight. The movement here begins by sticking your hips behind you and then lowering your chest to the floor. Glutes are engaged, hamstrings engaged. We're working through the whole backside body here. We have 15 seconds left to go. Nice tempo. 2 seconds up into that 4-second release. Awesome job. Love it. 2, 1, and done. Walking lunges or step backs. 3, 2, and go. Nice strong core, working through that balance there. Core is tight, pelvic floor is lifted, knees and toes pointed forward. Slow descent down to the floor. 2 seconds back up. Beautiful. Love it. We have just over halfway, 20 seconds. Love it. Nice work. Always working to build our strength, to challenge ourselves, to keep balance in the barbell so we don't lose a weight off the end. 2, 1, and done. All right. Beautiful. Into our skipping or variation of 2, 1. Here we go. Awesome. Nice quick hops. Little side to sides, up and downs. Maybe you're hopping in a 4-point square. Have a little fun with it. Get those legs moving. Have a little dance party. Depending what type of music is playing in the background, maybe that's your better option.
Yeah.
Going to a mosh pit style hop. 8 more seconds here. Nice job. Hippity hop to the end in 3, 2, 1. We have our last round coming up of the second tricep. Beginning with our deadlifts. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Core is strong. Our weight is in through those heels. And you could be doing this with any sort of weight. If you have some big milk jugs at home or your laundry detergent, maybe you have some blocks out in the yard, cinder blocks. I don't know. I'm trying to think of things that I've seen people use. I was using a toolbox when I was at my mom's house. Tools are pretty heavy. If you have a way of getting them all in one bucket, you're golden. 10 more seconds here. Awesome. Last couple ones. 3, 2, 1, and let's go into our walking or step back lunges. 3, 2, and here we go. Nice and strong. Core is tight, chest is lifted. We are moving through this range with control. Remembering our slow tempo. I'm trying to challenge ourselves through this last round. Legs should feel a little shaky at this point. That is a-okay. Beautiful. We have 20 seconds left. Awesome. Nice job. Toes are pointed forward, knees pointed forward. If you're going through that walking lunge, make sure you're pulling through that front side heel to come up and through. 2, 1, and done. Weights down, skipping one last time. Awesome. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Oh, excuse me. All right, 35 seconds left here, and then we are done our second tricep. Awesome, wonderful, beautiful job, everyone. Getting some blood flow through those legs. Gonna have a little bit of sore calf muscles here. They're working real hard, bouncing off the toes, landing nice and soft through those knees. 15 more seconds. Awesome. Keeping it even on each side. Maybe you're doing 10 hops, then switching, maybe 15, maybe you're switching halfway through. 3, 2, 1, and done. Okay. Awesome. We have one more tricep to go here, guys. Have a little sip of water. You will not need any equipment for this last one. All right. Combat squats, just like we did in our warm-up. So either the kickstand version or into that full version. So we can go one leg lifted. As we lower down into our single leg squat, weight is in the heel of that standing leg, laces touch down of your lifted leg, and your knee lines up with your toes. So we're gonna go for that 4 seconds down, 2 seconds up. And are we alternating each time?
Yes, please.
Okay, perfect. Then we go into our reverse plank pike. We did these in our warm up as well. Hands behind you, core is nice and tight. We're gonna bridge up, squeezing the shoulders back, hips up, and then pull the hips down and through if you're able. If you want a couple books to elevate yourself a bit, or you have some dumbbells, that will give you a bit more space to pull the hips through. Harder version, if you want that harder straight leg version and the sliders, you can do that as well. Heels on the sliders, you pull those hips back and through and then slide forward with such grace and hips up. Our last one are our alternating robot kicks. Standing up nice and tall, we're gonna go opposite hand to foot. Chest stays lifted, core is tight, and we're going for a nice hamstring stretch there. Okie dokie, you ready for the last one? Beautiful, let's do it. Combat squat, 3, 2, and go. Core is tight, you can have those arms out to the side for balance. We're gonna be alternating legs each round. Your knee of that hovering leg should line up with your toes of the opposite standing working leg. The lighter version here is to have that kickstand, so toes are back behind you. Still coming into that one-legged squat as low as you can with control and without pain. So we are trying to go for depth here as well as just that one working leg, but obviously listening to your body and respecting what it's telling you today. 3, 2, 1, reverse plank pike. Getting out your parallettes if you want them, or those dumbbells, books, whatever it may be, and go. Hips up, shoulders back, and then we pull through and round through the back. So you're gonna feel a nice stretch in through the front of the shoulders. Make sure you're getting a nice, good glute squeeze as those hips raise to the ceiling. Awesome, hips up, chest up, face up, and then everything pulls through. We round through the back, looking down towards the thighs in that reverse position. Awesome, love it. We have 15 more seconds here. Keep on going, guys. Nice and strong, nice and steady to the end. If you can't pull through, that's okay. Just try and get as much range as you can. 2, 1, and done. First round, beauty. Into our combat squats, round number 2.
Nope, robot kicks.
Oh, robot kicks, sorry, missed one. Here we go. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Awesome. Opposite hand to foot, getting a nice big stretch in through the hamstrings, in through the glutes and low back, and kicking it out here. The quad is flexed, hip flexors working, lifting that leg nice and high. Halfway through here, it's a good kind of tempo to start catching your breath or working with your breath. Exhale, kick. Inhale with that release. Nice. Chest stays lifted, core stays tight. For 5 more seconds, we are kicking. 3, 2, 1, and done. All right. Now round number 2, combat squats in 3, 2, and here we go. Nice. Going into that full version of laces to the floor and sinking the hips right onto your heels. Working through some hip mobility here, definitely deep, deep knee mobility. Getting lots of synovial fluid going through those joints, which is a good thing. Nice work, alternating legs each rep. We have 10 more seconds here. That's 10 more seconds to fight for a little bit more range in these last ones. 2, 1, and switch. reverse plank pike. In 3, 2, 1, and here we go. So if you are not quite getting those hips through the hands and you really, really want to, a little bit of elevation will make a big difference. So if you have your books or your dumbbells or something to lift just a few inches, you will find that you will get a lot more range here. And that's going to be good for the shoulders, good for the spine, kind of rounding through, really good for everything, getting that body to work as a unit. We have 12 seconds left. Make sure we are squeezing those glutes as we lift and those shoulders come back, down away from the ears. 3, 2, 1, into our robot kicks. Awesome. 3, 2, and go. Core is tight. We are going for that nice high kick. If you can get your hand to touch your toes, amazing. If not, we're going for that stretch and it will come. Practice makes perfect. Getting a little bit more range each time. Lengthening out through those muscles. Can't tell if you're just changing angles or what's happening over there.
I think
10 more seconds in this round. Awesome. Beautiful. Keep kicking it and done. Okay, round number 3, last round, best round. 3 minutes of work left, guys. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, and go into those combat squats. Awesome. Laces hit the floor first. We're trying not to press up with that back leg. If you're doing the kickstand version, making sure that that chest stays lifted. We're nice and tall as we come down, reaching the hips back for the heels. 22 seconds left, halfway through. Switching legs each time.
I stayed on the same leg last time.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
I didn't notice it last time. I did this time. 5 more seconds. Nice work. 3, 2, 1, and switch. Reverse plank pike.
I needed to have one exercise where I defy the rules.
Yeah. And here we go. Awesome. Nice big pull through. We're rounding through the back. If you are doing the slider version here, those heels are on the sliders, legs stay straight, and we're working for that nice full range through the hips and spine and shoulders. We are halfway through. Beautiful. Moving with that control. Probably got a good shoulder burn, good glute burn on by now. Powering through these last 15 seconds. Knowing that you are building strength and endurance with each of these last reps. 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, and done. All right, robot kicks, last 45 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Opposite hand to foot, getting that leg nice and high. Foot is flexed, toes to the sky. And those quads and hip flexors are working hard. Awesome. Looking good. Few more reps to go here in the next 25 seconds. Finishing strong with everything that we got left in us. Pushing through that last little burn with our last burst of energy for 10 seconds in our final round. Awesome. Last couple kicks here. Beautiful job. 3, 2, 1, and done. All right. Grab a sip of water. We'll go into some stretches.
I'm gonna bring you, I'm bringing you to the ground with me.
Okay. We'll go for a ride.
We're going for a ride.
All right. Beauty, beauty. Let's start in a nice deep quad stretch. So we're going to start with one foot up on the wall or couch behind you and other knee to the floor. Pardon me?
That's okay.
She has no head, but that's okay. We can see the rest. So foot is up against the wall, laces on the wall or the couch. The other foot is forward, and we're kind of in that split squat or lunge position and sinking the hips back towards the heels, staying nice and tall through the torso. Getting nice deep stretch into that quad and hip flexor of the back leg. And just breathing it out here. Awesome. Nice. And if moving the hips all the way back to the heel is too much for you, of course, you can always lighten off and lean away. Awesome. Let's do that. Let's lean forward, bring the hands to the floor, kind of get it more into those hip flexors for a few breaths, and then we will switch legs. Did you get a good sweat on today, Heather?
Yeah, a light sweat, but the legs felt good.
Good.
Not every workout has to be excruciating. That's a good.
Yeah. Awesome. And let's switch to the other side when you're ready, guys.
I was also nervous to do this workout because I was horseback riding yesterday, so I wasn't quite sure how my legs would feel.
Yeah. And how was it yesterday?
Oh, an absolute dream. If only all of us didn't need so much, we could have so much. Like being able to take a step back from work and not, release all those things that you think you need, you just get so much more. And being able to spend the day out there with my best friend in nature, crossing over the rivers on our horses into fields of wildflowers, like it was magical. It really was.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing like a little bit of nature to reset the soul.
Oh, there is nothing more healing. We all need to turn to the earth more.
Yeah, for sure. Well, when I was in Kelowna last week, I'm pretty sure I didn't wear shoes pretty much the whole time.
Beautiful.
I'm earthing this week. No shoes. Awesome. In that forward folded position here, stretching through our hip flexors. Love it. Let's go into our half goalie stretch. So we're going to bring one leg forward and out to the side. Other knee's going to remain on the floor. We're going to press the inner foot down to the floor, and elbows can come down for support. From here, you can walk those elbows back, hips go back, making sure the hips still press down. So feel a good stretch in through the inner thighs. I like to rock forward and back slightly, whatever feels good for you here. If you have a sticky spot, pause and breathe. One more round of breathing, and then we'll switch to the other side.
Oh.
I like to walk my arms forward and kind of belly flop and then switch legs. So if that's the version that works for you at home, you can do that.
Everyone's got their own unique way of getting out of that one, but it all includes weird sounds.
Yes, it does. Awesome. So we're on that second side here. Knee to the floor, inner foot to the floor, elbows for support, and then rocking through, stretching out that inner thigh. Awesome. Love it. Let's swing that straight leg forward. So whatever way you want to get into this, we're going to go into a hamstring stretch. One leg forward, nice and straight, heel to the floor, toes flex back. Then we're going to hinge at the hips and reach forward. You can have a little micro bend in through that knee. Does not need to be locked out. And we're just going to hang out here, breathing, letting those hamstrings go. You'll probably feel a little bit in through the calf and the Achilles here, the more you flex those toes up. Maybe you want to go into a couple ankle pumps or gas pedals here. If that feels good for you, you can add that in. Awesome. And let's switch sides. Bring the upper body up, switching that back leg to the front and hinging forward. Keeping the toes flexed at first, getting into those hamstrings. And if you wanted to add those ankle pumps again, you can do that here. Awesome. Just taking the time to let the blood flow into those hardworking muscles and appreciate all the hard work that they did. Oh, love a good leg day.
Mm-hmm.
Beauty. Let's go into a pigeon from here. I feel like that's kind of a natural progression. We're going to go into a half cross leg position. So heel to the opposite hip on the inside, and then we're going to lower the chest down to the floor. If this is a little bit too difficult to get into, you can also do this on your back as a figure 4 stretch. On your back, ankle crosses over the opposite knee, and then you can hold on to that hamstring. Relaxing the legs, relaxing through those glutes. I also like having a yoga block around to put underneath my hips for those really tight glute days. Just having that extra support allows them to release, and you can get a little bit deeper a lot faster. And let's switch to the other side. Nice. Heel to the inside hip and relax down. Letting the glute release, the hips relax. Just working through some nice deep breathing here. Maybe rocking from inside to the outside of those hips. Whatever feels good for you. Awesome. All right, wonderful work today, guys. Don't forget to sign in on Zen Planner. I hope you have a wonderfully wicked, awesome day. Drink your water, eat your protein, take your supplements, and we'll see you back next time.
Thank you. See you soon.